So we're here today with Baked by Bella in her kitchen, and it's much nicer than mine. And we're going to be making a very special treat for all the lovely, wonderful mothers out there for Mother's Day. And what are we going to be making?
We're going to be making a layered gin and tonic cake.
With gin?
With gin.
On the side.
Juniper berries. What's not to like? First off, we are going to cream some butter and sugar together. We have 300 grams of stalk in the bowl and 300 grams of caster sugar. And what we're going to add into here now is the zest of a lemon and the zest of a lime. So Kate's going to do that for me while I add some crushed juniper berries. And I've just crushed these actually in a coffee grinder, really finely crushed, and they just give an extra gin type flavour to the sponge.
And is that, oh yes, yes, that smells like gin. And are you using just normal caster sugar there? It looks like
This is golden.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like golden.
Yeah.
The lemon and a lime?
Yes, please.
We could be some time. There's your lime, and I shall move on to the lemon.
I just never think of doing it that way. I do it into a bowl.
Ah,
And then it
you know where I got
flies
this
everywhere.
tip from, didn't you? Martha Stewart in America. This is how she does it. And I was like, why have I not been doing it that way all my life?
Nearly done.
Nearly done. You've got to get it all, see? You can't
Yeah.
leave any.
But don't go too hard, then you end up with the white tip.
Yeah, you don't want any of that white, because that's where you get that sort of nasty, bitter, acrid taste, as opposed to the lemon
Thank
taste.
you very much.
That's very nicely done, if I say so
Yes,
myself.
thank you to my trusty assistant. We're now going to cream the butter, the sugar, the juniper berries and the zest till it's lovely and pale and fluffy.
Smells fine. All we need now is a gin and tonic. You can really start to smell the gin and tonic.
Smells lovely. And it is important to like scrape down your blades, because you'd be surprised at how much gets trapped.
There we are, it's looking good. It smells even better. So eggs next.
Yeah,
There we are.
so we've got 6 medium eggs, and what I'm going to try and do is just add a little at a time.
Bloop.
More back to front today. So
So we're going to be whipping those until they're incorporated, and then add in the others slowly, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the eggs are all incorporated now.
Yeah.
And what's next? The
So
flour.
we're going to add the flour, but we're going to fold the flour in rather than use the mixer.
So you're not going to use the mixer at all for the flour? No. Okay. Old school.
So we've added all the eggs, and it does look like the mixture's split. We're going to add the flour in sort of 2 goes, and that should bring it back to a nice sponge consistency.
You're such a good girl as well. Sieving your flour. I never do that. It really smells like gin and tonic. That's what I like. I wasn't expecting it to be that gin and tonic,
Yeah.
especially the sponge part.
Yeah.
Because the sponge is the most difficult to flavour usually.
Yeah.
But you can really.
I've not.
Smells like a gin bar.
Get in there.
That's looking nice.
Yeah. So we've combined all the flour, and as you can see, the flour's brought it back to a sponge-like consistency. No longer looks like it's split. What we're going to do is split the mixture between the 2 cake tins evenly. I always weigh mine so I get exactly the same amount in each of the tins. So then you get 2 nice even sponges.
So the cake tins, you've greased and lined those already, have
Yeah,
you?
they've been greased with stalk and lined with a bit of parchment paper. I find that works well for me every time I do a sponge cake. So,
Yeah, I've never tried using stalk.
Yeah.
I always use Trex, but I suppose it's going in the cake. So trying to get half of this in there,
Yeah.
or is there like a set amount you're looking for?
half of it, really.
Half of it, right.
So it's a bit sort of trial and error, sort of 2 scoops in one, 2 scoops in the other, and then
Okay.
it's quite a thick mixture.
Oh, it
which
is very
good.
thick, actually.
I prefer thick mixtures to runny ones. I get such a mess with runny.
Let's make it perfect. Let's do it. I think this might be too much.
That's going to be known for now. We're going to pop the these in the oven. So I've preheated the oven to 150 degrees. It's slightly lower than what the recipe says, but again, I like to just do it low and slow, just to make sure I don't get too much of a peak. And it might take a little bit longer, so I'm going to try it for about 22 minutes.
Are they going on the same shelf?
Yeah.
The cakes are almost ready. Yeah. Got about 6 minutes left on them.
Right. Yeah.
So we just got enough time to make the buttercream and then we'll have to get them out.
Okay, so this is a lemon and lime buttercream. So we're going to use unsalted butter. So I've got 300 grams here. I'm going to pop that in there. And this is soft butter.
You've been letting that sort of warm up at room temperature, is
Yeah.
it? Lovely.
Yeah.
Looks nice and soft. Is there anything I can do? Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you zest a lemon and lime for me, that would be perfect.
I'm good at zesting.
What I'm going to do now is just beat the butter just to get it a bit softer than what it is, and a little bit paler.
How long would you beat it for?
Only about a minute.
Oh, about a minute, okay.
There we go. So the butter is lovely and soft now. We are going to start to add the icing sugar. And I'm going to sieve the icing sugar
600 grams?
It's actually 675, so a little bit more this time.
Is that to counteract the juice?
Yes.
Right.
So, boring, but
Yeah, adding icing sugar is a bit boring, especially if you sieve it. I don't tend to sieve it. But you're going to do that in 2 goes?
probably I'll go for 2 goes, but obviously my sieve isn't that big. So I need you to juice both the lemon and the lime because we're going to add a tablespoon each to the buttercream.
Okay.
So reattach the bowl, pop on a low mix just so you don't create a poof of sugar. Okay.
Ooh, that's starting to look nice.
Yeah, nice and pale, nice and smooth. All the icing sugar is incorporated.
Have you turned this recipe into cupcakes for your business?
Nope, I haven't tried it yet, but never say never. I think it probably just worked quite well.
I think so too. I think it'd be lovely for Mother's Day or something like that, as a little treat for people. Around the
Need
juice.
a little bit, so we need a tablespoon of each.
A tablespoon of each in there. That's done. I measured, ready. Lovely. Thank you. And then the zest in a little bit, is it?
Yeah.
I'm always a bit nervous about adding fruit juices to buttercream. Do you ever find it splits?
I've not had it happen to me yet, so touch wood.
Do you know how to bring it back together if it...
No.
Well, the tip is to add a little bit of melted white chocolate as you beat it, if you ever do split it.
Now we're going to add the zest of 1 lime, 1 lemon. So this will just give a little bit more citrusy flavour because obviously the
Zing.
zest has got all the oils.
I like to say zing. Don't know why I had to sing it. Yes, that does look
just
nice.
give a nice little...
And I'm very much a gin and tonic, so lime and lemon person than a sort of sweet person. So this is very much up my street. We'll just get the cakes out the oven then, and once they're cool then we can assemble it all and try them.
Yay.
Very excited.
So we've popped a skewer into the cake, it's come out clear, so we can get them out the oven.
Beautiful. Baked to perfection. Right, so the cakes are out, cooled, and we've cut them in half, so we've now got 4 slices of cake.
And then we need to brush our cake with this gin and tonic syrup, which I've made beforehand.
Let me have a smell.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, that smells like a gin and tonic. That's exactly what it smells like.
Put too much because obviously you don't want to have it too soggy.
I think I put this on squint though. And then we're going to be just doing blobs of buttercream, is it?
And some lemon curd that's also been flavoured with gin.
It has. Gin.
So do you want to do some
Should I do the blob?
piping? And we're just going to repeat, So it's going to be quite a tall cake. Hopefully it'll fit in the box.
Gin and tonic. Look at that. That looks amazing.
And there we have gin and tonic
Cake for Mother's Day.
Time to try.
We get to try the cake. I'm very excited about trying the cake. Right. Shall I do the honours and cut?
Yes, please.
Oh, draw the layers. The layers, as Mary would say. Another tip from Martha Stewart is she always says to cut 2 slices and then take out the first one. Look at that! Yeah! Yum, 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 yum. Ready?
Ready. I hope this is lives up to expectations now.
I'm very excited. Very loud chewer.
Very lemony. So you can tell that it's been soaked with something.
I'll have to have another piece, I'm afraid. I can't tell. A lovely sponge. The gin is just like a hint of gin.
Yeah.
It's not like slap you in the face. It's lovely. And the lemon is really, really nice.
Good, good. Thank you very much.
Absolutely gorgeous. Well, thank you for having me and for letting me have this whole cake to go home with.
To take home to the winner.
No, we had a raffle today, so this is going to someone else, but I'm sad. Well, if you do want to make this fantastic gin and tonic cake, either for a special mother in your life or for just yourself, to be honest, because I could just make it for myself. The full recipe will be down below with all of the quantities and everything you need from Annabelle to make this glorious cake. We're going to be doing some Easter recipes together as well soon, so those will be on the channel, so watch out for those. And yeah, please leave us a thumbs up if you like the video, and if you could remember to subscribe, that would be massive. It'll help the channel grow. Thanks very much and happy Mother's Day.
Bye.